Okay, I think we're good audio levels wise.
Cool.
So,
Wire head of our roll. Is what? Ooh.
oh no. Oh no. If the lead singer of Linkin Park is suicide, then how are we going to get more of those songs about how much emo they are?
Right.
I never listened to one of their albums.
Uh-huh.
And
Now they won't be
Was it
making
like
more.
crawling in my skin?
I don't know.
Angst just won't go away.
They came out with a new album, and they don't sound anything like their old stuff.
Well, didn't they do that one time before? One time whenever they started sounding like pop music or something?
Yeah, they started sounding like pop music.
Oh.
And I heard them on the radio. I had no idea it was them, and then they said it was Linkin Park.
And they changed their name to Lincoln Park.
Yes.
LinkedIn part.
LinkedIn Park. I was gonna say.
Lincoln Park. Yes.
It's the business side of, music.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I think we've got things pretty much. Hey, welcome to Jump and Shoot Bros inaugural girls. Wait, no. I mean, what I meant to say was, we've been doing this the whole time. We've been streaming the whole time.
Yeah, since
We've
the
we've
inception of Twitch.
we've never not been streaming.
We just started our Twitch account today because we didn't realize that, you had to have one to stream to Twitch.
Right. We're new at this, so we just didn't know about that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense, right?
Makes sense.
But
Does that make sense?
Still one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Great quote from, your piano teacher or whatever it was.
yeah, pretty good. Oh yeah, just like
Something.
he's just like that guy that we worked with at the movie theater.
Oh, Mark? What's his name? Mark?
No, you're doxing him. Don't dox him.
What?
Oh, I'm not allowed to say his name.
You can't say somebody's
You
full
can't say
name on the
somebody's first
internet.
name.
I'm not allowed
Well, they already know his last name is Cravens.
Oh
See
no,
what I'm
you just
saying?
ruined somebody's
You
life
just doxed
now.
him. They're gonna swat him now. The viewers are gonna swat this guy.
All the viewers.
Because there's only one Mark Cravens in the whole world.
Yes. They're gonna find him. They're gonna swat him.
I mean, Gerard Khalil doesn't get swatted every day.
Yeah, but that's because he's got life alert. You know, I mean,
If you have life alert,
I mean,
and you fall down and you
No.
can get help,
no, I meant to say LifeLock. You know, the thing that stops people from
that
stealing
stops
your
them from
identity.
swatting you.
Yeah, it stops them from stealing your identity, but also from swatting you, because that's part of
It's
the deal.
impossible.
You know?
If your identity is safe, it's impossible to get swatted.
Right. I mean, that's the point. Like,
That is the point of your identity not getting stolen.
Right.
Is to not get swatted.
it has nothing to do with the financial ramifications of getting your identity stolen. It's not getting swatted. Who wants to get swatted?
Yeah. Jordan does.
You know, Jeremy. We've often talked about how things to do to go into business doing, but I think I've had a really good idea this stream, this one of many streams we've done.
An anti-swatting task force.
We should have a swatting insurance that we sell to Twitch streamers, because apparently it's a big problem for Twitch streamers, and like we're one of you. We've streamed for years,
Right. All these years.
and so we understand where you're coming from when you get swatted.
yeah.
I mean, we've been swatted countless times. And
We're
I
actually
think
in our city's most wanted. On our city's
I
most
think
wanted list.
I mean I think that it's probably a thing that could be a real lucrative business to get into is SWAT insurance.
Yeah.
And basically what it consists of is just like we would just pay off the police department to not respond to calls about you. Like it would definitely be bribery. I mean, it would not be on the up and up.
So Jordan, since you're lame and out of touch and don't know what swatted means, it's where a viewer of a Twitch stream will call the police on you and say that you've got hostages in your house, and they will send the SWAT team out to arrest you.
Yeah, it's
a super funny prank.
yeah, it's hilarious.
That sounds
Is the worst possible thing you can do to a
And
person.
the SWAT team definitely comes out and is aware that it's a prank, and
Right,
so treats it as
and,
such.
and so doesn't come out like, pointing guns
Definitely
at you and
doesn't like
possibly
shove a
could
gun
kill
in
you.
your face and possibly kill you. Which, based on how many people police kill all the time,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem that
It wouldn't be
unlikely.
that surprising if a SWAT went bad.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
seriously.
no,
I mean-
believe
sometimes whenever they SWAT people, sometimes whenever SWAT shows up, they just like flashbang whatever, just flashbangs. Just, hey,
Right.
let's have some flashbangs. We don't even know what's going on yet, but here, have some flashbangs.
Yeah.
And then, every now and then, flashbang gets thrown into a baby's crib, and then the baby dies. That happened one time.
Yeah.
And fuck
For
everybody.
during a SWAT prank.
No, it wasn't a prank. It was an actual SWAT operation. But
Right.
the point was that it was just it was a simple, like, small time drug deal.
Oh yeah.
Like a small time drug dealer was being taken down, and they killed a baby with a flashbang grenade,
Wow.
and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's a thing, because it's like knock on the door and
Right.
arrest the dude.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to that version of police? Yeah, I'm gonna get political on these streams because I've got a real beef with the way that police operate these days.
Yeah.
I'm not cool with militarization of police. It really pisses me off. And when they kill babies, that's a problem.
Yeah. I am failing.
Yeah.
Failing.
This is a speed run, is what
no,
is
this
what
is
you
not a speed run.
it's
This is
what
a-
you call
This
this.
is a casual. What?
This is
This is what you call a speed run.
yeah. This that you're
Game
seeing
overs,
right now.
Speed runs generally allow for one game over during the course of these games.
What you are witnessing right now, dear viewers, is a speed run in the making.
Right. This is like world record pace still, even
Mhm.
with the game over.
It's pretty good.
Oh, and by the way, we're not timing it, so I have no idea.
No, it's been like a little while.
I would say I'm somewhere in the realm of 5 to 8 to maybe 10 minutes so far.
I mean, like, whenever you get your little world record speed run in the Guinness Book of World Records, they're gonna put in there for the time. They're gonna be like,
somewhere around 40 minutes.
they're gonna put in for the time. They're gonna put in. It was pretty quick.
Right.
Fastest I've ever seen, they say.
They're gonna put. Well, we didn't realize there needed to be a world record for this, so we didn't actually time it. But hey, this seemed pretty fast.
We were definitely if it's not like the world's largest like donut, we don't really consider it to be world record material. But I guess if you can play a video game fast, then sure. But really, we're more after the world's biggest donut type situation,
Right.
Like come back to us whenever you've got a very large donut.
That is all the Guinness Book of World Records cares about. The
Well, I mean, we'll
largest
take a
one-
large pizza too.
And,
Like if you got a large pizza, that's cool. We'll take that too.
Maybe like the world's largest donut, and then like the world's most irregular shaped donut.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. How do you determine do you have, is it like a mathematically calculated thing, the most irregularly shaped donut?
Yeah.
Do you have to, sort out,
There actually is, like, a mathematical formula to what makes a donut irregularly shaped.
Okay.
How many angles there are, how many
So here's the
flat
idea.
sides and round sides and things like that,
So, Jeremy, I've got an idea for a Guinness Book of World Records, a thing, okay?
Yeah.
So you know how they make like there's like places that make like a burger out of a donut, like a donut
Yeah.
burger or something like that. So you the idea. You don't have to make the world's largest donut, and you don't have to make the world's largest burger. Just make the world's largest donut burger.
Oh, that's
So
great.
you just gotta get like these.
Just like a slightly bigger donut burger than anybody else has made.
Right. See, the bar is set incredibly low because you're creating you're creating kind of like a somewhat obscure thing that you're making the world
Right.
record out of.
I turned that off. Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, that like
That's
pretty much
true.
ensures
Like, why
your world record.
why doesn't everybody do that?
Right. So like you know, they got like there's a place in New York like does like a ramen burger that has like ramen noodles as the bun.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works exactly, but
I know that you can make a grilled cheese with ramen noodle blocks.
So I'm just saying, like, what if you just like made the world's smallest ramen burger?
Right.
You know?
With like one little noodle and you know, tiny food is like a trend now.
It is. It's like an art form, really.
Yeah, and it's really cool to watch them like make a tiny bacon and eggs or something.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, they actually create an egg out of a tiny bit of yolk and a tiny bit of
Mhm.
white.
You know what's most impressive though is whenever they bake a tiny cake,
Yeah.
because that's just complicated.
Don't they use like a light bulb or something, like easy bake style?
Yes, they do
Yeah.
the title on the
With a little LED in there.
So that you can get
Ext-
salmonella when the cake
Yeah.
is not cooked
Yeah,
all the way.
extremely low temp cooking. It's like the sous vide of radiant
it's
heat.
it's like basically didn't even need the light bulb cooking.
Right, you might as well have just put it in just a box and let it sit there for a
Right.
while. Yeah. I mean, yeah, LEDs. I mean, they produce some heat,
Yeah.
just a little
You know,
bit.
I was thinking about LEDs the other day, and I was thinking about switching out my light bulbs for LEDs because of their longevity, for one thing.
Yeah.
But because also how much heat a halogen or incandescent bulb produces,
Hmm.
that's got to weigh on my energy bills in that way as well.
Of course, Jeremy. I mean, you think about it like this: a halogen bulb producing, 750 lumens,
Mm-hmm.
for example, is probably like a 40 watt. It's probably like a 40 watt bulb, right? Whereas an LED bulb producing 750 lumens is like a 6 watt bulb.
Right.
Well, those other watts are definitely not coming out in the form of light, so they're
Right.
gotta be going somewhere, and that's heat.
Yep. And then you think about, like, I've got a light in my hallway directly above my thermostat.
Yeah.
So if that light, I accidentally leave that on, that's just going to cause my air conditioner to run more often.
Yeah, it's true. If it warms up the area, then the thermostat. And this is my. I got a real problem. Got a real problem with thermostats. Okay. I've got beef. I want to talk about with thermostats because it's so dumb that thermostats are in one location in your house. Like there should be multiple points from which it could. I mean, multiple thermostats. Sure, great. But even if there's only one thermostat, there should at the very least be multiple points that temperature is measured from.
Yeah.
Because like
And just take an average of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the room the place that your thermostat is probably not an accurate representation
You know, my
of the
last
whole house.
apartment, my thermostat was upstairs. So in the summertime, it was like 75 degrees upstairs and 68 downstairs.
Yeah.
Because that was a poorly insulated apartment as it was.
Yeah.
But the fact that the thermostat was upstairs, it was constantly way colder downstairs than it was upstairs.
Right.
And
Yeah.
in the wintertime as well. Like you turn on the heat and it gets really hot upstairs, but downstairs it's not so hot.
Well, here's what we really need. Okay, this is what it really comes down to, is that the correct way to cool a house is not central air. Central air is a dumb plan. It's a bad idea. Individual rooms should have their own air conditioner.
Yeah.
It should be like the freaking Japanese air conditioning units that the Japanese use, where it's just a little tiny unit that sits on the outside of the house, and there's a little duct that brings it inside, and then there's a little air deal installed in each room. You just adjust each one. I'm not talking about window units. Window units are like the freaking terrible, lame solution of doing the same thing. I want the Japanese style ones. I want the Mitsubishi, ductless air conditioner.
Right.
You saw it. They were the as seen
they're
on TV.
You see them on the wall. You see them on people's walls and stuff, like hanging on the wall.
What do you mean?
Like when you see an air conditioning type unit hanging on somebody's wall in their house. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the ones that are it's like a thin bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
People have them here.
Ductless air conditioning. Yeah, I know. No, it's super popular in Japan. It's like how all air conditioning is done there.
Right.
And you see them every now and then here.
Right.
But that should be how it all is, because
another thing about
a room
that
that you're
too
not
is,
using, why would you cool it or heat it at
Right.
that time?
And the thing about it too is, a central air conditioning unit is so expensive and so maintenance heavy. And if you had your units spread out across the house, one goes out, it's like you're not gonna die between today and tomorrow,
Right.
Or today and when you have the money to buy another one.
Right.
Freaking 112 degree heat in the summertime, you can't go several days without cooling in the summertime. So, you lose a $5,000 heating and air unit, you have to just buy another one.
Yeah. And, I think the problem is that, here in America, bubbly crab loaves.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the problem
Bubbly
is that here in
Carlos.
America, we're basically, window units have a really bad rap, just culturally, I guess.
Right. As a poor people.
Yeah. So nobody wants to have window units, and I can't blame you. Window units are pretty shitty.
Right.
They just look like garbage, and they're poorly mounted, and
Right.
as far as a physical, as a fixture in your house, they're pretty shitty. But the concept behind them, that you would cool an individual room, is much more efficient than central air.
Right.
The problem is that central air is kind of that's what everybody wants. You want central air because it's not window units,
Right.
But we really should be thinking more practically about how we do air conditioning, and central air is not very practical.
Right.
It's kind of weird that it has become the standard of things. Honestly.
It's just because of convenience. I mean, you go kick the thermostat down, the whole house is cool. That's just
Yeah.
It's just the convenience factor that everything else kind of follows as well.
Yeah. I guess
we sacrifice efficiency for convenience.
it really is as my understanding is, it's pretty much an American thing though.
Right.
Central air is not common pretty much anywhere else in the world.
Right.
And for good reason, because a lot of other countries, culturally are more frugal about things like that.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of we're rich. We got all the money. Let's just buy the central air and cool the entire house.
Look at America George. He's got all the money.
Yeah, and all the air conditioning. But yeah, central air. Self-defeating. It sucks. I hate it. It's dumb. Let's get rid of it. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my political rant for today. America sucks. I love it here. I'm
Right.
glad to live here, but man, there are certain things that are just kind of man, this is not smart. This should not be. And that's one of them. Air conditioning.
I'm sort of proud to be an American. Where freedom is kind of going the way of the buffalo.
Yeah, well, at least I know I'm somewhat free, but I definitely can't make the decision to not have central air in my house, though, because that's not an option. It's not an option to not have it.
Right. It is an
Well,
option.
isn't
that
it
you
like
have
in
to
new
deal with.
construction? In new construction, are you allowed to build a new house that doesn't have central air?
I mean, I have an apartment building that doesn't have central air.
Yeah, did you just build that?
No, but I had to I mean, it has to be up to certain codes and standards to rent it.
Right, but the codes and standards for new construction, do they
Right.
allow to not do central air?
I don't know. No idea.
I would almost guess. I would say probably. I would be fairly certain that that the code probably does not allow for new buildings to be built that don't have.
Hey, let me tell you
Central air.
something cool though about that building or what I've got in there. I have like 25,000 BTU window units.
Nice.
They're one bedroom apartments, so and they do heating and cooling. So
Window units that do heating?
yep.
How does that even? Why is that even a thing?
I don't know. It's freaking awesome though because like
It is.
instead of putting central heat and air in something that I didn't want to do, and instead of having to have two separate units for heating and cooling.
Well, you know, now that I think about it, like hotels,
yeah,
those
they're
are
little-
heating
they're
and
little things,
and cooling.
and you know they're not actually in a window; they're installed in the wall.
Right, and that makes it
So,
a lot better.
It's like I mean, it really is like
An
a little- it's
installation
like a
that's
hotel.
actually in a wall is so much better than a window
Yeah.
unit. That's the real problem with window units, is that they're
You
in
have
a
to put 'em in a
window.
window.
Like if you have like a permanently mounted window unit, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the air conditioning stream. It's pretty.
Hey,
We were pretty passionate about
Yeah.
our air conditioning.
we have interesting conversations on the stream.
Sure, yeah. I mean, hey, this is gonna be like the basically what you can expect out of Jump and Shoot Bros is like
We're
the
gonna
most. We're gonna have like the most dad conversations ever. It's like, I mean, I'm not a dad, but Jeremy is, and I'm like a dad.
Well, here's
just because like my interests are so dull.
Here's the thing, like we want to be Twitch streamers, but we're not very good at video games.
Uh-huh.
So what we have to do instead is rely on our wits and our conversations.
Right.
And once in a while when Jordan wants to say something.
Yeah, Jordan's there. She's over there. Just rest assured, if you're not hearing her, it's not because she's not here. It's just because she's Jordan.
And once we get the webcam set up, maybe, just maybe, you can watch us cook some food sometime.
Yeah, we'll have cook stream maybe sometimes.
We're pretty good at cooking.
Well, I mean, the sous vide is pretty good at cooking.
Well, you know, I mean, Jordan's good at making sushi.
Oh yeah, we
and-
do have sushi sometimes.
And I'm good at making fajitas if we ever want to do that.
Oh, we should do fajita night.
We should do a fajita night.
Damn, I didn't
We
even
do need a night where
didn't even realize that fajita was an option.
The problem with me being the primary is that I have to be here so much later than you guys are already
I
here.
know that's
Like if I start a meal when I get here, we're not gonna be eating till 9, and definitely not gonna be doing much of anything else that.
well, we could do that on. Well, yeah, we're gonna do that on Sundays anyway.
Right, Sunday's gonna be food night, so
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's do it. Unless we go over to your house.
Carlos, bro,
Suppose we could do that.
killing me over here, bro. Damn it!
On fajita night, we can't make one night where we go to Jeremy's.
no, that's
What? Yeah, come to my house sometime.
I'm kidding.
There is nothing wrong with my apartment. It's old
We'll go to
and it smells weird, but it's
I've
nice.
never been to your apartment.
Jordan, you should come to my apartment.
It's fine. It doesn't even smell weird, or maybe it does. I don't know.
It
I haven't
does,
been
and
there in a while.
and it's not me because I have mopped my floors like 40 times. I have, I mean, basically top to bottom cleaned that apartment like 15 times since I moved in,
Uh-huh.
and it still smells weird. And what I'm thinking is either it's like dog urine from last tenant
Uh-huh.
that I just can't get out of the smell or the smell out, or it's a neighboring tenant who has pets that the smell is like coming over into my apartment.
Maybe it's the one guy with the truck that has 0 ground clearance whatsoever.
No, that apartment actually has a different weird vehicle there every couple of days. I'm thinking he does that kind of stuff. Like he customizes things in weird ways.
Okay.
There's like an old school VW Beetle there now that's like super tricked out.
Oh.
And like a few days before that, there was like an old Mustang there. So I think he does like just weird customs and maybe drives them home sometimes. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. Well, what about the old pickup truck that's there?
That's
This-
gone too. And what I'm
Oh,
thinking,
man.
what I'm thinking, and there was a different old pickup truck there for a while. And what I'm thinking is maybe that guy and the guy on the other side of me, like these guys do custom cars sandwich, and I'm just in the middle of them.
You're driving a wedge between
always,
their
like,
relationship.
some sort of custom thing on either side of me. There's always different vehicles on each side of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something, I don't know.
Cool. That's too bad that the old classic pickup is gone though.
Yeah, it was nice.
I'm sure
it was pretty. Truett loved it.
Yeah, Truett thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. Truett thought it was cool, so it must have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Truett is
the guy to ask about cars.
For sure. He's, 6 years
He's
old.
6, yeah.
Yeah, so he knows everything about the cars.
He knows a lot more than I do about cars.
Here comes
Lane Stagger.
Here comes 6-year-old Truett. He knows
okay.
all the cars.
Right.
Oh yeah, something else you need to know about Jump and Shoot Bros is that we create our own customized bastardized versions of that one
the Sultans of Swing.
One line in the Sultans of Swing. It just kind of started happening one day. We don't really have an explanation for it.
Yep.
But it's our go-to.
Yep.
It's a catchphrase of sorts.
It is. It's the Jump and Shoot Bros catchphrase.
Uh-huh.
Check out Jump and Shoot Bros. They know all the streaming.
They know all the jumps
Yeah.
and shoots.
Don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band.
I don't know any words. Sultan's Swing,
That's
to
the
be honest.
those are the only other words I know to the whole song.
Yeah. A pretty good song though. If you haven't ever heard it, go look it up. It's Sultans
Dire
of Swing
Straits.
by Dire Straits. I didn't know that part, so I was glad to have Jeremy here to back me.
I literally don't know any other song by Dire Straits.
Yes, you do.
What?
Money for nothing.
Oh, well, Money for Nothing.
Oh, everybody knows that though.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that
count.
was Dire Straits though. So.
That doesn't count because everybody knows that one.
Ah.
Hey Jeremy, how much do you
I'm
love
good at this game.
this part?
This is my least favorite part of the game. This
Yeah.
time up this hallway with the fire guys. Hate
Yep.
it.
Yeah, well, it's understandable because it looks like bullshit.
It is hell.
Look.
Well, you know how some things happen in a game, and you're like, that's fair, right?
Right.
But it's hard, but it's fair. And then you know how other times it's just like, this is bullshit and I hate it. That looked
Yes.
more like bullshit and I hate it than it looked like, this is
well,
fair. I get this.
It is fair. I'm just not good with the pattern. I mean, it's a pattern.
Oh.
Like if you get the pattern down, yeah, it's fair. But I just have never practiced that enough to know the pattern to get it down. So.
But man, this boss fight though.
yeah, that's the biggest potato of the game.
Yeah.
Hey, are you looking at chat just once in a while to see if anybody's saying anything?
We have no chat
viewers?
comments of any kind, and we have no viewers.
Yeah. Hey, did you post
So-
post what game we're playing?
I know. How do you even do that?
Oh, you have to do that, or people aren't going to search you by game. Like if
Well,
somebody
shit, I don't
types
know how to
in,
do
"I
that."
want to see somebody play Mega Man X2," we want to be on there, you know.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh well, you need to do that.
I don't know how to do anything on Twitch.
That's the whole point of Twitch. They're not going to find us if they don't know what game we're playing.
But I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
Hold on. Settings.
That's going to be an important. That's going to be an important one.
I don't know, man. I don't know how to do that. None of these.
Like when you first start the stream, what do you do? Like when you click on stream, like what happens?
I'm not clicking on stream. I don't do anything on.
How do you start streaming?
I go to Open Broadcaster and I say stream to my Twitch channel. I don't do anything on Twitch.
Oh.
No, I don't need to change the cover image right now.
So Twitch doesn't have like the streaming service is not through Twitch.
No, you just use whatever software you use to capture your games, and you just direct that to Twitch.
Oh.
And Twitch accepts the stream.
Somehow,
on the
like
other
if you
end.
go to Twitch and you type in like Mega Man X2, it'll bring up everybody who's playing Mega Man X2 right now. And we want to be on that list.
I have no idea. Like nothing on this. Twitch is just nothing about their interface is obvious. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Mega Man 9. Oh, they have it spaced out. Weird. Mega Man X2. That's not an option?
Maybe the X and 2 shouldn't be spaced. Yeah. There it is. Should we start the game over? Since nobody has been watching us this entire time. Suzella. I like that name.
Yeah. She went by Zella.
Oh, that's cool.
She wasn't there for most of the night.
Oh,
It was her fiance.
I like that circle back though. 60 to 289. That's pretty impressive.
Well, I got credit for another smoke, and then I told her that they would get smoke in front of him while we
Right.
Mega Man X2 speed run.
No, you don't even have to put that.
I put the quotations.
Just put casual saunter. Interesting combo.
Swift.
Hasty jog.
Swift Plod.
That's good. Yep, that's a good way to put it. Swift Plot. That's gonna catch on, Caleb. I can see that catching
What
on.
does this mean?
What?
It's not letting me. It says must be Twitch supported language. What the fuck does that mean, Twitch?
Maybe it doesn't maybe if you put Mega Man X2, anything besides just the game title might not be acceptable.
No, it says title the broadcast.
Oh.
That should be anything I want to title it. I put in the game streaming Mega Man X2.
I don't know, other
What
Twitch-
does that mean? I'm gonna search this. Must be Twitch supported language. Well, what does this mean? Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Other people have the same problem.
Do they?
Yeah. I have to go to the
Is
dashboard.
there a whole forum for it?
Apparently. It's like apparently this is a real problem. I have to go to the dashboard and disable. Okay, hold on. Gotta go to the dashboard.
Twitch seems kind of like jank as hell.
Yeah, it seems like a really poorly designed thing. I'm sure that YouTube streaming is probably a lot better.
Probably. But YouTube streaming is not like the place to go if you're a gamer, so.
Okay. So. Okay, that fixed it.
So we're on now? Like, this is actually, searchable?
Yeah. This is a swift plod.
So anyone who's searching for swift plods is going to find us easily.
Yeah. Exactly.
You'll have no problem finding us if you're looking for swift plod.
I mean,
Mega Man
yeah.
X2.
I mean, why not? Why not be looking for a swift plod? I mean, what is the fun of watching a speed run?
Another speed run.
I mean, what are you gonna get?
You want to see a guy go sort of fast and fuck up a lot. That's
What are you gonna
see.
get if you see a speed run? You're just gonna get to see somebody do a perfect job again.
Right.
Like once you've seen somebody do a perfect job, what is there to watch for? Honestly.
I don't know.
But when you watch a swift plod, you get to see like all the things. You know,
Right.
you get to see some things executed well. You get to see some aspects executed poorly. You get to see lots of losing to bosses and stuff like
Yep.
that shouldn't happen, even if it wasn't a swift plod. If it was just like just some guy just like playing in his basement or whatever, but he's still losing. Like you're losing anyway.
Right.
Like these are the kinds of things that you get to see on a swift plod.
People want to see a slightly better version of what they could do.
Right.
They don't want to see God tier.
And you're probably not going to find that here, because Jeremy's really not that good at this game.
Shut up. Better than you.
Well, yeah, but literally everyone is better than me. I'm the worst Mega Man X player of all time. I'm so bad at it. It's kind of unreal how bad I am at it, actually.
Well, look at me playing real good right now.
Oh, I'm seeing it.
That's about how many tries it should take. 3 to get up there.
Oh man,
I'm better than Truett at this game.
that's true. I've seen Truett play. and
Hey,
it's-
Truett is getting better though.
That's good.
He
I'm glad.
actually is getting like where he can like almost beat a level,
Yeah,
And at 6, I mean, where are you gonna?
awesome. That's good. I'm glad that he's getting better because.
He was terrible. He was so bad at
Well,
video games.
you know, and like, I know we talk about this every single time we play this
Yeah.
this game, but this right here, this and then the final boss battle with Sigma is the reason that the Mega Man X2 cartridge uses a custom-made, specifically for Mega Man X2 and X3 chip called the CX4 chip, which
Yep.
makes it a totally custom and incompatible with anything else cartridge for the Super Nintendo.
The only
Capcom
2
developed
games that ever used that chip.
Capcom developed an entire chip for the sole purpose of putting that
a
wireframe
sword in it.
for putting that wireframe in this one game.
Yep.
And then they used it in X3 also because they were like, well, I guess we've got
We already
it.
made this chip, so we might as
Yeah.
well use it.
Yeah, so I just want you to know, like, people are like, oh man, game development is so expensive these days. Capcom developed custom hardware for one game.
Yep.
That's, you know, I'm sure that game development is more expensive than it was then, but, like, developers are not doing crazy shit like this.
Right.
This was crazy, but apparently not that crazy because Capcom wasn't the only one who did this.
Right.
But just a wild and crazy time in video games where freaking software manufacturers would, or you know, software developer companies would also build hardware to put inside of the cartridge. It's crazy. Super Nintendo. What a time to be alive.
Yep.
I was alive then.
I am all about the Super Nintendo. I still think it was the greatest console.
I think they should have never made more consoles past Super
Right.
Nintendo.
I
should have been
I do
the end.
honestly think that the SNES is the golden era of gaming.
I don't. I think the
I
SNES
do.
has a
I
bunch of
think it's-
really shitty games on it.
Well, yeah, of course. Every
But
console has a
you
lot
know,
of really
I
shitty
think
games
you
on
know
it.
what I think is that I think that you and I are gonna disagree because we're 6 years apart,
Right.
and I don't think there's any way around that. But I think that the PlayStation is the golden age of gaming, and the PlayStation
I don't
2.
disagree that the PlayStation was a terrific age of gaming.
No, it was the golden age. It was the golden age. There were too many effing good games.
Yeah.
The PlayStation was perfect, and the PS2 was really good too. Like the PS2 pretty much the PlayStation really is the golden age.
Some of my favorite games are on the PlayStation and PS2. I have no beef with those two. I lost interest around PS3. I stopped buying new consoles. I have a PS3 and I have one PS3 game, and the rest are PS2 games because instead of buying a new PS2 when mine died, I bought a backward compatible PS3 to play my PS2 games on.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's fair. That's fine. Whatever. I've got a couple PS2s around. But like to me, like the thing is, like most people are like you, Jeremy, where they kind of have their favorite era of game console, and they pretty much just don't ever play the newer stuff.
Right.
Like I'm not really like that. Maybe it's because I'm still younger and don't have like children or a wife or anything like that, and so have more free time to do stuff.
Right.
And get into new stuff, but like. While I love the PlayStation and PlayStation 2, like particularly, I also am still totally down to get into new stuff. Like, I've got a PS4 right over there. I buy new games for it, you know, whenever something looks interesting, and I'm super down for getting way into something new.
Yeah.
So I'm not like closed off to new stuff anymore, like kind of like you are. I'm totally down, but like there's still like that era of the PlayStation, freaking great time.
Yeah.
The Nintendo 64 was garbage. There were no good games on the N64. It's a piece of shit.
Oh, the N64?
Yeah, it was garbage.
I like some stuff.
No, the N64 is terrible. The only good thing the N64 had on it was Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 was great. Super Mario 64, whatever. Ocarina of Time, boring. Freaking anything else that was like GoldenEye, worst first-person shooter ever, like of all time. Freaking never played Perfect Dark, but you know, Rare also developed that one, probably also terrible. Donkey Kong 64, just kind of tedious and not really that fun.
Right.
Freaking.
I like Donkey Kong.
Name a game. I'll cut it. I'll cut it. I'll cut any game that you give me on the N64. The N64 sucked.
Oh, I'm not saying it was a great console.
Glover
Majora's
on the
Mask.
N64.
Majora's Mask.
What about Majora's Mask? Never played it.
I'm just saying.
Never played it.
It was a good game.
Always looked more interesting to me than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. No, I do not like Ocarina of Time. Not a fan at all.
Never played Majora's Mask though. I intend to, but you know, it's hard to get into the backlog because there's so many games in the backlog. You know, like crap. I mean, I've got so many Super Nintendo games I gotta play.
Recaptcha is the most annoying freaking thing.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to log into my Twitch account, and it's having me do this like fucking puzzle or something. Like it shouldn't take you. It shouldn't take you 5 minutes to attempt to log into something once.
Why don't you just put in your username and password?
That's what I'm doing, but you have to do this thing. This is to show that you're not a robot.
Logging into an account that already exists?
Yes.
Why does that need to happen?
I don't know.
Then didn't they already figure out whether or not you were a robot whenever you created the account?
That's what I would assume.
You'd think that would be a one-time thing. It's like,
oh,
you're not a robot.
That I should be having to do right now.
Twitch sucks, just like the N64. We're gonna stream on YouTube next time, we promise.
Oh, underscores. Yeah, I mean that's just plain stupid to have to do that.
I think I'm gonna get some Saint Brendan's.
Saint Bernardin's.
Saint Bernardin's. About 12.
Or so.
Come on, Jeremy. Have
Yes, I'll have a crocodile.
Oh, go ahead, Jeremy. You earned it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, hey, Tonks. What you doing up there? So yeah, it's Chocodile time. If you've never had a Chocodile, it's good. They're good.
Hey, check it out. I just searched Mega Man X2 and we're the only ones playing it right now.
Over.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that if somebody was on a Thursday night at what time is it?
10:40. Whoops.
On a Thursday night at 10:40, if somebody was looking to see some Mega Man X2 being played, this is their best option.
Yes. Are their only option?
I know, but I'm just saying, Jeremy, right now, we're just...
This is what they get. X standing in one spot. Well, luckily nobody is watching right now.
Oh,
But
good.
someone's about to be.
Mhm. Hey, Paul. We're Twitch streaming right now. I can't deal with you. Okay, hop up. But only because no one's watching.
Crocodile.
I really feel that crocodiles are underappreciated.
For sure.
They're pretty great. But like, you know, I've never heard anyone talk about a crocodile.
Yeah. No, get seriously, Paul. You don't even want this food.
See, I'll take a crocodile.
It's not loading. That's the end of that commercial.
Well, you do have one bar of signal right now.
Oh, you
Maybe
think
that's the
what
issue.
it is?
Yeah, because I mean, if you look over here. It's streaming right now on this computer.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's your Wi-Fi password on my stream?
Well, it's not like anybody's gonna find my Wi-Fi network to connect to. Here, just give me your phone. I'll put it in. Oh, it's us. It's us over there.
Pablo.
There you go. I see you over there, Paul. Trying to act all cool. Like some kind of cool guy. Yep.
What's up? Jump and shoot, bros. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we got a comment.
We need to actually be watching the chat, you know?
What's up is that Jeremy's just on his phone looking at Twitch instead of playing the game that he's looking at the stream of.
Shut up.
Not
I don't want
playing.
anybody to know what my handle is.
I mean, what I meant to say was, never mind.
I don't see. Where is chat?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know how to do anything on Twitch. I know nothing.
I've never done it on a computer at all.
I think it's the bar to the side on the right.
Oh, there it is. Okay. What's up, Triple Bros? Someone posted on our chat.
Wow, it was definitely not one of us. Okay, you do have a.
Caleb, there's still coffee.
I think there's a little bit left in there.
Correct, you go.
It's over by the computer, I believe.
Oh. Hey, it's old.
What?
Hold on.
Hold on, what?
Caleb, Olin got David Tennant as a voice for Final Space.
Awesome. Yeah, sweet. Final Space is a show that Olin Rogers is the showrunner for that's going to be on TBS, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It is an animated cartoon show for in the vein of, you know, probably a clean version. It's probably going to be a more clean version of Rick and Morty.
Okay. I don't know what that is. So.
Oh, Rick and Morty is the greatest thing. You need to watch it. Like, seriously. Okay, Jordan,
What?
we're going to have to watch Rick and Morty with
Yes.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Jordan's never seen Rick and Morty either.
Psychopath.
We will definitely
Alright,
do
on
that.
anime night,
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we're going to watch Psychopaths. Then when we're done with Psychopaths, we'll watch Rick and Morty. The most anime of all.
Okay.
So David Tennant's going to be a voice on Final Space. Awesome.
That's so awesome. Olin Rogers, Fred Armisen, whoever that is, Tom Kenny, Dave Tennant,
Awesome.
Gina Torres, Steven Yeun, Cody Galloway. Don't know who any of these other people
It's like, you know,
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's a voice in Final Space. Awesome.
Bro, I think there's something wrong with our stream.
Andy Richter,
Because I'm on your
Conan O'Brien.
freaking Wi-Fi now.
Oh my god.
Our stream works just fine on that computer. It is your phone. Your phone is the only one that's having an issue.
Weird.
I mean, that computer is not dropping a single frame.
Yeah, but we're also on our own Jump and Shoot Bros account too. I'm on a different account.
Yeah, but Jeremy, if it's working over there, then if it's working on our account, then our stream is getting to Twitch.
Yeah.
So if there's an issue, it's Twitch's problem. It's not ours. I'm gonna log into Twitch. I'm gonna get the Twitch app and log into. We're veterans. We're old. We're old. You know, old sports at Twitch. You know. So definitely, I haven't not ever downloaded the app to my phone before ever. That's definitely not happened. I've had the app since whenever the app didn't exist before. I had that.
Yeah.
I had it then. It was the beta. I developed the app. I created the Twitch app. Believe it or not. So here we go. I'm gonna open up the app that I definitely already had installed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sign up for a personal account that I definitely already had. Definitely not a new account. I'm gonna use my. Oh wait, I do have a Twitch account. Oh, never mind. I do have a Twitch account.
I thought you had watched something on Twitch before.
Well, I did as a guest.
Yeah.
I just didn't log in. But then eventually I did create a Twitch account. Because one time, I did watch Demolition D plus stream Gravity Rush 2.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be my phone, but it's still like I closed out the app and opened it back up, and yeah. Oh yeah, Hex Effect a Thursday now with Caleb Hart. He's doing Mega Man X through X6 on Thursdays now.
I see. So we're competing with him and his Mega Man Day.
Yeah. So he actually is playing Mega Man X2, or was at one point, but he his doesn't say he's playing whatever game. It just says X Effect the Thursday.
I see. Oh man, Twitch, you are a real pain in the ass to use. I have to reset my password before it will allow me to log in to my old account.
Trihex's stream is titled R.I.P. Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park. You know, instead of designing a custom chip to be able to have a wireframe sword, they should have designed a custom chip that didn't make this the laggiest freaking game ever.
That would have been pretty cool. If only they had done that.
What causes lag? Is it RAM?
Many things cause lag. It could be...
Is it a lack of memory or a lack of RAM, or is it something else?
I don't know. In the case of the Super Nintendo, it's probably just processing power.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I did reset my... I already did this. I did this already. There we go, I found it. I found it. It's Jump and Shoot Bros. It's a Swift Plod. Ads. Do we get some sweet cash money off of those ads?
Sure. I have no idea. Are we getting sweet cash money off of anything?
No, nothing that we ever try to do, Jeremy.
We're not in anything for money. I will say that I personally am not against money.
That's a pretty controversial position to be in, Jeremy.
What?
Not being against money.
I am actually not against the idea of having a stream tip account. And if somebody wants to tip us, cool.
Yeah, it's working just fine on my phone.
It's working on mine now too.
Oh. Jump and Shoot Bros, we're new at this.
I like it. I think that we should
keep
it on
it
there
for a while.
for 5-10 years. Just
Yeah.
like, that's the way it is.
Well, one of these days we're gonna get a camera set up.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking like next week. Let's do webcam.
And I could probably set up a webcam right now.
Yeah.
I have one, but I don't really feel like doing it right now.
So now that the account's set up and the format is set up, like, you know, this lame ass format we have here,
Yeah, one of these days we'll
and then throw a webcam on there, like, is that like it's all set, so we just like next time we just hit the stream button and we're good to go, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
It's just that easy. Streaming to Twitch is not a nightmare.
No, not in any way. Figuring out how to stream to Twitch should not be hard to do.
Nope.
It's Twitch definitely isn't going to give you any help on it.
It's kind of amazing that Twitch doesn't have like just like a place.
Tutorial?
Well, yeah, that. Or I mean, you know what? They probably do have a place where you can just like go and like select your webcam or something and just stream from that.
Right.
But like, I can't find it because of course nothing is laid out in a way that would be easy to find.
Right.
Or intuitive in Twitch. Twitch does not have very intuitive interface design. What boss is this?
Violin.
What?
Violin.
What, really?
It's like violent without a T on the end. That's his name. Yeah.
Or are these Sigma stages?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, because I definitely have not been paying attention at all to your progress so far in this game.
Oh yeah, I'm almost done.
So like, to me, you're like in the beginning of the game, as far as I know. You're like playing the intro level.
Yeah. These are the counter hunter stages.
Oh, I see.
Or the X-Hunter stages, as they are known in the United States.
Oh, I see. So you were using the Japanese terminology?
Yeah, because we're playing a Japanese game.
That's true. Oh man, I mislabeled it too because I put it in as Mega Man X2. We're actually playing Rockman X2.
Most people who are gonna search for it would search Mega Man.
Yeah, but we want that. What we want is the people who are
diehards.
We want the people who are searching for Rockman X2.
Right.
Like that's the audience we want to have.
Right. Well, maybe put in the description. You know, swift saunter or swift plod through Rockman X2.
Mm-hmm.
But as the game, make it Mega Man X2.
Right.
Maybe is it searchable on tagline and game? I wonder?
I have no idea. But here, here's what I do know though, is that man, Mega Man X2 cartridges ain't cheap, bro. So Rockman X2 is fine with me.
This is a fun way to spend my time.
For sure. And I know it's probably a fun way for the audience to spend their time as well.
Well, if you miss this elevator, you're pretty much screwed until it comes back down. So.
Weird that you can't just like respawn it by just not being visible.
No. Yeah.
Isn't that usually the case for Mega Man?
No, it automatically spawns at the bottom of the screen. So if you go back to respawn it, it will spawn at the bottom, but you can't get there in time to get.
Oh.
So you're going to miss it the first time.
I see.
There is a speed running technique to catch it before it goes up, but it's like it's not something I can do.
I see. It's not something you can do, or it's something that you just won't even try to do.
Well, no. I've tried.
You're not.
Like when I'm just sitting around practicing.
Too much of a quitter to do it.
Huh?
Too much of a quitter to do it.
Yeah. No, if I'm just practicing. No, it's a like if you miss it, you died. So I don't for this purpose of just hanging out playing games, I don't want to deal with just unnecessary deaths that I have to start the stage over again for.
Oh, I see.
But if I'm actually like trying to practice and get really good at something, yeah, I'll try. But damn it!
Well, you died anyway.
Yeah, but I want to start at the beginning of the stage again.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
that's
start
right here with that other one. This is a stage that I don't like playing because it's just a bunch of spikes and water and pits and stuff. So I prefer not to have to replay this stage if I can help it.
What is this boss? Like, what even are you looking at here?
Sergei's. He is Dr. Wily's brain and a robot.
I see.
Never actually says that in the game, but in the lore, that is what it is.
So, and he's just randomly just around here in X2?
No, so in Mega Man X2 is about these guys called the X-Hunters, or or counter hunters
Uh-huh.
who want to bring Sigma back. So they, and at the same time, want to bring Zero back because
Uh-huh.
they want him to be on their side.
Sure.
So, like, Mega Man or Dr. Kane has. No, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the story that much because I don't ever look at. I don't ever read the story.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's hard to read it whenever it's in Japanese.
right. So, so the X hunters have Zero's parts.
Mhm.
They have his head, legs, and torso. And you can go into their stages, or you can go into a battle with them throughout the 8 Maverick stages before you get into their stages here.
Okay.
And if you beat all 3 of them, you get Zero's parts back, and you bring them to Dr. Kane, and Dr. Kane builds Zero back.
What? Wait. Well, why is Zero not built?
He died in X1.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't
in
know.
a fight with Bile.
Oh,
So, yeah. So Zero is dead
I see.
in this game.
But in X3, he's back, right?
Right, because
So
he comes back
X3
in this game.
What operates under the assumption that you did the things you needed to do to get there?
No, he comes back either way. Because if the X hunters keep his parts, then they build him back,
Okay.
and which is the way that I'm playing the game.
Okay.
And you have to fight him at the end of the game. And once you fight him, then he comes back to his senses and he's cool.
I see. So basically, all the work of you collecting the parts is completely useless, except for that it avoids one fight.
It avoids. You fight 3 additional bosses to avoid one.
Right. Makes perfect sense. I would totally do that.
Right.
Definitely the speedrun appropriate thing
Right.
to do.
That's why nobody speedruns this 100%, because that is the only difference between any percent and 100% is getting Zero's parts, and it's totally pointless.
Well, but you gotta get that Guinness Book of World Records, technicality win.
Right.
Like we were talking about before, back whenever we didn't have it posted that we were playing Mega Man X2, so nobody actually watched.
Right.
And
right
now that people are watching,
Are people
now that
watching?
we've got so many viewers that we don't even know what to do with them,
Right.
we're gonna reference a thing that they didn't see.
Yes.
So yeah, Guinness Book of World Records. The way to get in there is to have not the world's largest donut, because that's hard. Because
Right.
like the bar is already set pretty high for that. The way to get in there is to have the world's largest donut hamburger sandwich.
Right.
Because like who's tried to get that put into the world records yet?
Nobody.
Right,
Well,
so-
actually, no. That's probably not true.
Well, you know what I'm saying though. I mean, it's less likely to have been put in the record books yet. And it's like, okay, so world's largest pizza, that bar is probably set pretty high, but man, like world's largest
bagel
Bavarian
pizza?
cream dessert pizza, probably not that high. Of
World's largest bagel bite.
well, yeah. No, that's actually probably a thing.
Yeah.
That seems like a thing. That would be. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to get that technicality win. So it's like,
Right.
I'm gonna make the world's largest Bavarian cream dessert pizza.
Right.
It's like,
okay. So what were we talking about, and what got us off on this technicality? What were we actually talking
oh,
about?
we were talking about speed running.
Okay. And for the 100% X2 run.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it's like get the technicalities.
Because,
So like,
because I don't know that anybody's ever run that category. So
right.
because of its complete.
Yeah. So you just say we're doing a 100% X2 speed run, and then it's like, well, who's doing that?
Yeah.
What's the time on that? I could probably beat that.
So here's the boss that Capcom put in this game specifically for you to test out the Shoryuken. I mean, come on. What other reason is
Yeah, it's
I've
pretty
got
much
a
just up
weapon.
there.
Like, what other reason is there for that boss to be the way he's designed?
Is it a problem that you landed on those spikes?
No.
Okay,
Because once the battle's over, your hitbox is gone.
I see. That was a pretty tough fight, I gotta say.
I mean, it is a fight that is designed to let you test out the new thing you just got.
Definitely seems that way. Cause man, that was pretty impressive, Jeremy. I gotta say that was a speed run if I ever saw one.
The Shoryuken is my favorite super weapon in these games. The Hadouken is kind of bulky and hard to use. I mean, it's a straight shot. You actually have to be standing on the ground facing the guy, and then the Hadouken itself moves slowly.
Right.
So if the Shoryuken is pretty versatile. You still have to have full health, which I don't love, but
right.
But the Mega Man X3, you get Zero's Z-Saber, and it's a 2-hit kill. But the problem with it is it's the last of your charge shots. So you have to charge the Buster up through 4 levels of charging to use it once.
Yeah.
The Shoryuken is a lot faster and a lot easier to hit enemies with than either the Hadouken or the Z-Saber.
Yeah, and it's a lot more Street Fighter based than the Z-Saber.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
The Z-Saber does not have very much Street Fighter lineage.
Right. And actually, the Shoryuken is not a one-hit kill. It is a frame by frame. It takes 1 HP per frame.
Right.
So if you don't hit them dead on, you might get half or 2/3 of their HP gone.
Yeah, which is not. I mean, really not even worth doing.
Right.
To be honest. Screw that.
No, I kind of like it because if you watch their life bar, you can actually watch their HP dropping, which is kind of cool. Instead of like with the Hadouken, just the life bar is there and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Shoryuken, you can watch it drop. It's kind of fun. This is one of those iffy ones that I'm not ever really sure if I'm going to get it. Yeah. I somewhat got it. Damn it. Ah. Notoriously everyone's least favorite boss in this game. He just took my charge away.
What's his name? Which one is this?
Magna Centipede in English, but it's like Magni Heinelegger or something.
Hikulegger or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty great. Man.
Oh yeah, all the Japanese names in all the X games are amazing.
My all-time favorite is no doubt Wheel Alligates.
Yeah.
it's so good.
Flame Mammoth's name in Japanese has always been one of my favorite. It's Burnin', like burnin', not burning, but
right,
burnin'
burnin'.
with just an N. Huh? Burnin' no mander.
Burnin' no mander?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if no mander is the Japanese word for mammoth.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's burnin'. B-U-R-N-I-N.
Burnin' no mander.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad that didn't fill you up all the way.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. Let's see if it's a boss that I'm gonna use it on.
Are the
No,
are the bosses? Is it randomized?
No, it's not. I just don't remember all the capsules. Who's in it? Each one. No, I'm just gonna use his weakness because it's kind of fun anyway. He's one of my favorites to fight with the weakness because you can just play keep away with his shell.
Don't be a jerk, Jeremy.
I love it.
You're being mean to him.
I did let him die with dignity.
I suppose. If that's what you call it.
Well, he got his shell back on at least.
Yeah, I guess.
The task for this game somehow destroys the shell, and I don't know. Like, that's not supposed to happen.
Is it a glitch?
It's
Just
probably,
like
yeah, most likely a glitch, but
freaking task. Yeah. So, like, is the task... Okay, so the task, right? That's like, like, is there a specifically, like, perfect run of this game?
well, yeah.
That is the task? Like, that it can't be run any faster? Like, there's no
Well,
way?
tasks, I mean, the speedrunning community is always finding new glitches and new, like, tricks and things.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I mean, like, theoretically, every task can be approved upon, but the task right now is so outside the realm of what a human could do.
Right, of course.
Like,
Of course. I mean, I'm not... But I'm just saying, like, you know... Has somebody actually gone through, like, every single move, like, frame by frame, and built the task around, like, a frame-perfect entire playthrough? Because, Lord...
yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, tasks take months to complete. Months, I mean, usually 10 to 12,000 re-records for a game of this length, and that is, I think this is like a 31-minute task.
Okay.
So 10,000 re-records, 2 or 3 months of actually, like, doing the thing. Task is a huge waste of time.
Well, how do they do tasks? Do they play the game?
Yeah.
And record, like, the inputs?
It's a mixture of playing the game and controlling inputs with the software.
Because
So-
I would imagine that, like, it would be most efficient to just do it all in software and not even play the game.
Well, there's certain things that button inputs on the SNES controller by a human who knows how to do the inputs. You know, like, I don't know how you would get hardware to do that effectively.
Well, you just have to time how the inputs are, you know, entered.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, like, you
A lot of
record...
passers are also RTA speedrunners.
Okay.
So, like, they do things as fast as a human could, and then the computer allows them to do frame-perfect things that they wouldn't be able to do real time.
Right. I wonder if they, like, record their inputs for, like, a particular move or something, and then go into a computer and then tighten
have
the
it do that,
timings
yeah.
on it until it, like, physically can't be entered and, like, understood by the game
Right.
any faster.
I don't know. I do know that this guy is a bag of dicks, though.
Is that so? I did see you lose to him several
I hate
times.
fighting Bubble Crab. In this the problem with Bubble Crab here. He is the only boss that has ramped up difficulty. You see that row of spikes at the top?
Yeah.
Well, my strategy for fighting him with the wheel is climbing to the top and just dropping wheels on him.
Right.
But you can't do that here because you die. Instant kill.
Right. Seems like they should have just, like, put those spikes in the original boss fight so that you wouldn't develop that
Yeah.
strategy. And that just seems like a kind of just a frustrating move
Yeah.
on their part.
It is.
But hey, you know, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Matthew Patrick.
Yeah, we were big fans of Matthew Patrick. And by big fans, I mean I find him really annoying.
I find him really annoying
I like
too.
his-
He has interesting.
I like his videos
He has
occasionally.
interesting
though.
videos. He has interesting material.
Although, there is that argument out there that Matt Pat just goes to Reddit and sees what all the people's fan theories are, and then he just compiles them together and presents them like as if they were his own.
Well, oh well.
And there is that theory going around.
Well, then they're just interesting theory compilation
game-
videos. That's good.
It's a game theory that's going on around out there. Hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Sweet. That is the first time I've ever accomplished that.
What did you do? What did you accomplish?
The bro fist.
What does that do?
Well, see what's happening right now?
No, I'm not. I don't know what's supposed to happen here, so I don't.
Once you hit a trigger in the middle of the room, Mega Man automatically walks back to the far left side.
Uh-huh.
Like it's a requirement of the game, I guess, that he be standing on that side.
Uh-huh.
But if you walk to a certain point and you pull off a Shoryuken right before the trigger, you'll land right in front of Zero
Mm-hmm.
and give him the bro fist here. And then as soon as the battle starts, you can Shoryuken him just like right off the bat.
Oh. Okay.
So, but I've never actually accomplished that, so it's pretty cool. As long as I don't get hit, because I am really close to him. Nah, sweet. I did it. That's the first time I've ever done that.
Awesome. Speedrun strats. Now you know how, those of you who are watching, you know how to bro fist Zero as a speedrun strat. You've never seen it before. It's literally never been done before by anyone.
Yeah, never been done before by me. That definitely is.
You heard it here first. Twitch. Man,
Well, that's cool.
this is quite a fall.
Yeah.
You fell so far that there was no background anymore.
I fell past the background. I fell into a sealed room.
Yeah, amazing.
Completely sealed.
It's amazing what you can do whenever you fall far enough.
You can fall right through a ceiling and then there'd be
And
no
not have
visible
left a hole.
in the ceiling. I don't like this signal.
It's Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's like literally Wolverine.
Yep. He is known as Wolverine Sigma.
I wonder if Marvel sued.
Or Vega Sigma.
Oh, I suppose that's.
I
suppose
that is Capcom property, so it's cool, you know.
That's true. That's true.
And Capcom and Marvel work closely, you know, together sometimes on projects.
That's true.
So
That's true.
like
As well.
it really, you know, it would be cool either way, probably.
Such as the Marvel versus Capcom. Although, if you think about it, Marvel versus Capcom sounds more like they're fighting one another than working
Maybe
with one another.
Marvel was like, we saw that you ripped off some of our.
Yeah. They're like, hey,
this means war, bro.
hey, we notice you keep on ripping off our stuff. So as a result, we're gonna fight you. And then Capcom was like, this gives me an amazing idea.
Yep.
How about we fight it out in the form of a
crap.
game?
That is the third time I've done that.
What
Freaking
was it?
try to do a Shoryuken and have a different weapon selected so it doesn't work, and then I get hit. And I don't have any more sub-tanks, so I can't one-hitter quitter this game.
That right there, the CX4 chip in action.
Yeah.
You know, Jeremy, I think the lag from this is the explosions being rendered down there, not the wireframes at all.
From this part,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
think
for sure.
I think it's like an object limit issue.
It is literally like Capcom actually causing their game to be more laggy for no real reason.
Yeah, you know, it really probably would have been nice if they had developed, instead of developing the CX4 chip to make wireframes that are used like in 2 places in the entire game, if they had used it to make the Super Nintendo not lag constantly, that would have like you said before, I really do think that would probably been a better use of R&D time
Yep.
and money. Because, like, man, lag is an issue with Mega Man games.
Oh yeah. There is no way not to get hit in that part. Like
Yeah.
there's no way not to take damage in that part of the fight.
It certainly looked like a place that you were kind of locked into.
Yep. Alright, well that was Mega Man X2. I've got to work tomorrow, and so does Caleb, and so does Jordan.
So are you telling me, Jeremy, that there's no possible way to no damage this game?
Oh yeah, for sure. With the Shoryuken, it's a one-hit kill.
Oh, okay.
But
So you wouldn't
if
even
you're
get
actually
that.
fighting him the traditional way, no, you cannot not take damage there.
I see. Well, hey, guys, this is good times. Streaming. We're definitely going to be streaming on Thursday nights. So be there or be somebody who's probably got something better to do. I'm gonna end this stream whenever I get logged into my team viewer, so I can look at the computer that's actually recording the streams. Bye.
You know we're talking to nobody but ourselves, right?
Yeah, but it's being recorded. We're gonna upload the recording later, and then somebody
Love you, sis.
somebody's gonna see this eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't know you were.
Of course. We gotta record the stream.